Imagine for a moment that time itself could stretch like warm honey, flowing slower and slower until a single second becomes an eternity. Picture space bending and warping like silk in a gentle breeze, creating invisible valleys so deep that even light cannot climb out of them. This is the reality surrounding the most mysterious and beautiful monsters in our universe, black holes. Objects so dense, so powerful, that they rewrite the very laws of physics around them, creating cosmic paradoxes that continue to puzzle the greatest minds of our time. Welcome to tonight's journey through the cosmos, where we'll explore these enigmatic giants that lurk in the darkness between the stars. I'm here to guide you through the strange and beautiful world of black holes, those cosmic sculptures that bend space-time itself into impossible geometries. Tonight, you'll discover what happens at the very edge of reality, where the familiar rules of existence break down and give way to something far more mysterious. If this gentle exploration of cosmic mysteries feels right to you, consider subscribing to Nexera Science, where we transform the wonders of the universe into peaceful journeys perfect for contemplation and rest. And if you'd like, share with us in the comments where you are in the world tonight, and what time you're beginning this cosmic voyage. There's something beautiful about knowing that across our planet, curious minds are drifting together through the same celestial mysteries. Now, dim the lights, settle in, and let's drift into tonight's journey through the dangerous beauty of black holes, where space and time dance in ways that defy imagination. You find yourself floating in the absolute silence of space, surrounded by the gentle sparkle of distant stars. The cosmos stretches endlessly in all directions, a vast ocean of possibility and mystery. But tonight, your attention is drawn to something that cannot be seen directly, a region of space where the stars seem to disappear, where light itself falls into an invisible abyss. You are approaching one of nature's most extraordinary creations, a stellar mass black hole, born from the death of a star 20 times more massive than our Sun. The story of this black hole began millions of years ago, when a giant star burned through its nuclear fuel in a cosmic heartbeat. For most of its life, this star existed in perfect balance, the outward pressure of nuclear fusion in its core pushing against the inward pull of its own gravity. But when the fuel ran out, gravity won the eternal struggle in the most spectacular way imaginable. In less than a second, the star's core collapsed from the size of a city to a point smaller than an atom, releasing more energy in that brief moment than our Sun will produce in its entire 10 billion-year lifetime. What remained was something that shouldn't exist according to our everyday understanding of reality. A point of infinite density surrounded by a region of space from which nothing, not even light, can escape. The star had become a black hole, and with it, created one of the universe's most beautiful impossibilities. As you drift closer to this invisible giant, you notice something peculiar happening to the starlight around you. The normally steady, twinkling points of light begin to stretch and bend in graceful arcs, as if the space itself is acting like a cosmic lens. This is your first glimpse of the black hole's incredible power. Its gravity is so strong that it actually warps the fabric of space-time, bending the path of light rays that pass near it. Einstein predicted this phenomenon over a century ago with his theory of general relativity, but he never imagined how beautiful it would look. The effect, called gravitational lensing, transforms the black hole into a cosmic magnifying glass, creating multiple images of the same star and stretching them into luminous crescents that dance around the invisible monster. It's as if the universe itself is putting on a light show, using gravity as both choreographer and stage. You continue your gentle approach, and the bending of light becomes more dramatic. Stars that should be directly behind the black hole suddenly appear as bright rings of light, Einstein rings, named after the physicist who first described them. The geometry is hypnotic, perfect circles of starlight surrounding a region of absolute darkness. It's here that you begin to truly appreciate the strange beauty of these cosmic predators. They don't just devour light, they sculpt it, bend it, and transform it into patterns of ethereal beauty. But the most fascinating part of your journey is still ahead. You're approaching what scientists call the event horizon, the boundary around a black hole beyond which nothing can return. It's not a physical surface you could touch, but rather an invisible line in space where the rules of reality begin to break down in the most remarkable ways. The name itself is poetic, a horizon beyond which no events can ever be observed by the outside universe. From your current vantage point, still safely outside this boundary, you begin to witness one of the most mind-bending phenomena in all of physics: time dilation. If you could watch another traveler falling toward the black hole ahead of you, you would see something impossible by everyday standards. As they approached the event horizon, they would appear to slow down, their movements becoming more and more sluggish until they seemed to freeze completely at the very edge, their image growing redder and dimmer until it faded away entirely. Yet from the perspective of that falling traveler, something entirely different would be happening. To them, time would flow normally. They would cross the event horizon in a finite amount of time, continuing their journey into the black hole's interior without even noticing the moment they passed the point of no return. This is the strange relativity of black holes. Time itself becomes subjective, dependent on your position in the warped space-time around these cosmic giants. The mathematics behind this phenomenon reads like poetry written in the language of the universe. As gravity grows stronger, time grows slower, stretching each moment like taffy until what should be seconds become hours, then days, then centuries to an outside observer. It's as if the black hole exists in its own temporal bubble, where the normal flow of time gives way to something far more mysterious and beautiful. You find yourself contemplating the paradoxes that emerge from this strange relationship with time. Information, the physicists tell us, cannot be destroyed. It's one of the fundamental principles of quantum mechanics. Yet if something falls into a black hole and disappears forever, what happens to the information it carried? This question, known as the black hole information paradox, has puzzled scientists for decades and led to some of the most creative thinking in modern physics. Some scientists propose that information isn't actually destroyed, but instead becomes encoded on the event horizon itself, like a cosmic hard drive storing the quantum details of everything that has ever fallen in. Others suggest that black holes might not be the permanent prisons we once thought, but could slowly evaporate over unimaginably long periods of time through a process called Hawking radiation, eventually returning all their captured information to the universe in a transformed state. Stephen Hawking, the brilliant physicist who first proposed that black holes could evaporate, described this process with characteristic elegance. According to his theory, the violent quantum fluctuations that occur near the event horizon can occasionally produce pairs of particles, one of which falls into the black hole while the other escapes. Over time, periods so long that the current age of the universe is just a fleeting moment in comparison. This process would cause the black hole to slowly shrink and eventually disappear entirely, leaving behind only a faint whisper of radiation carrying the quantum fingerprint of everything it once contained. The image is both beautiful and melancholy. These cosmic giants, which seem so permanent and indestructible, are actually slowly dissolving back into the quantum foam from which they came, like cosmic ice cubes melting in the warm bath of space-time. The universe, it seems, has a way of ensuring that even its most extreme creations eventually return to the gentle chaos of possibility. As you contemplate these deep mysteries, you notice something extraordinary happening to your surroundings. The stars behind you, the ones you've been using to navigate, are beginning to look different. Their light is being stretched and shifted by the black hole's gravity, changing color in a phenomenon called gravitational redshift. Blue stars become white stars become yellow, and yellow stars fade to deep red before disappearing entirely into the infrared spectrum beyond your vision. This cosmic color shift is more than just a pretty effect. It's a direct glimpse into how gravity affects the very nature of light itself. Each photon climbing out of the black hole's gravitational well loses energy, like a ball thrown upward losing speed as it fights against gravity. The deeper the well, the more energy is lost, and the redder the light becomes. It's as if the black hole is painting the universe around it in gradually deeper shades, creating a gradient from bright blue at the edges to deep, invisible red near the event horizon. But perhaps the most beautiful aspect of this cosmic artistry is how it reveals the black hole's hidden presence. While the black hole itself remains invisible, its effects on the surrounding environment create a portrait painted in gravity and light. Gas and dust that wander too close begin to spiral inward, forming what astronomers call an accretion disk, a swirling maelstrom of superheated matter that glows with the brilliance of a billion suns. You watch in wonder as this cosmic whirlpool stretches out around the black hole's equator, a flat disk of matter spiraling inward like water going down a cosmic drain. But unlike water, this disk glows with temperatures that would make the core of a star seem cool by comparison. Friction between the spiraling particles heats the gas to millions of degrees, causing it to shine with X-rays so intense they can be detected from across the galaxy. The disk itself is a thing of terrible beauty. Streams of plasma, moving at significant fractions of the speed of light, twisted into graceful spirals by the black hole's rotation. Some black holes spin so rapidly that they drag the very fabric of space-time along with them, creating a phenomenon called frame dragging that would make even Einstein's head spin. The space around these rotating black holes becomes twisted like honey stirred with a cosmic spoon, creating regions where the normal concepts of stationary and moving become meaningless. Jets of high-energy particles sometimes burst from the poles of these spinning black holes, shooting outward at nearly the speed of light in perfectly straight lines that can extend for thousands of light years into space. These jets are among the most energetic phenomena in the known universe, cosmic lighthouses that can outshine entire galaxies. Yet they emerge from what should be the ultimate trap, demonstrating once again the paradoxical nature of these cosmic giants. The mechanism behind these jets remains one of astronomy's beautiful mysteries. Somehow, the spinning black hole and its twisted magnetic field lines work together like a cosmic dynamo, accelerating particles to incredible energies and launching them into space with surgical precision. It's as if the black hole, having swallowed so much matter and energy, occasionally decides to give some back to the universe in the most dramatic way possible. As you observe this cosmic light show, you begin to understand why black holes occupy such a unique place in our understanding of the universe. They represent the ultimate intersection of the very large and the very small, massive objects that follow the rules of general relativity while simultaneously being governed by the strange laws of quantum mechanics. They are laboratories where the two great theories of modern physics meet, often in ways that neither theory can fully explain alone. This intersection has led to some of the most profound insights in modern cosmology. The study of black holes has revealed connections between thermodynamics and gravity, showing that even these cosmic monsters have temperatures and entropy like any other physical system. John Wheeler, the physicist who coined the term black hole, famously summarized this with his phrase, "it from bit," suggesting that all physical reality, including these gravitational giants, might ultimately emerge from pure information. The implications are staggering and beautiful. If Wheeler was right, then the universe itself might be a kind of cosmic computer, processing information through the interactions of matter and energy, with black holes serving as the ultimate storage devices. Every particle that falls across an event horizon, every quantum of energy absorbed, adds to the black hole's information content and increases its entropy in precise, predictable ways. But what happens to consciousness in such a universe? If you were to fall toward the event horizon, what would you experience in those final moments? Scientists have painted a picture that is both terrifying and oddly peaceful. As you approach the point of no return, tidal forces, the difference in gravitational pull between your head and your feet, would gradually stretch your body in a process that has been somewhat morbidly nicknamed spaghettification. Yet even this violent end has its own strange beauty. For a brief moment, as you cross the event horizon, you would experience the universe in a way no human ever has. Time would behave in impossible ways. Space would curve around you like a cosmic embrace, and you would see the entire future history of the universe compressed into a single moment behind you. The last light of dying stars, the birth of new galaxies, the eventual heat death of the cosmos itself. All of it would unfold before your eyes in a final, impossible vision. Of course, this is all theoretical. No human could survive such a journey. But the mathematics suggests something profound. That consciousness itself might be just another form of information, subject to the same preservation laws that govern quantum mechanics. In some interpretations, this means that the information pattern that makes you would be preserved somehow on the event horizon, encoded in the quantum fluctuations of space-time itself. This leads to one of the most beautiful and disturbing ideas in modern physics. That black holes might not be the ending points we imagine, but rather transformation chambers where matter, energy, and information are converted into something entirely new. Some theories suggest that black holes might be connected to other regions of space-time through wormholes, cosmic tunnels that could theoretically allow travel across vast distances, or even to other universes entirely. The mathematics of these wormholes reads like science fiction, but the equations that describe them are rigorous extensions of Einstein's general relativity. They require exotic forms of matter with negative energy density to remain stable. Materials that might not exist in our universe, but could theoretically be created by advanced civilizations, or might occur naturally in other cosmic epochs. Even more speculative is the idea that our own universe might have been born from the interior of a black hole in some parent universe. That the Big Bang was actually a kind of big bounce, occurring when matter and energy collapsed through a black hole and emerged as the expanding space-time we call home. In this view, black holes become cosmic wombs, giving birth to new universes in an endless cycle of creation and destruction. These ideas push the boundaries of science into the realm of philosophy and poetry. If true, they would mean that death and birth, ending and beginning, are not opposites but different aspects of the same cosmic process. Black holes would be the universe's way of ensuring that nothing is ever truly lost, that every quantum of information, every particle of matter, every moment of consciousness eventually finds its way into new forms and new realities. As you drift in the warped space-time around this cosmic giant, you begin to appreciate the profound symmetries that govern its existence. The same force that holds you to the Earth's surface, that keeps the moon in orbit around our planet and the planets in their dance around the sun, reaches its ultimate expression in the event horizon before you. Gravity, the weakest of the fundamental forces on human scales, becomes the master sculptor of reality on cosmic scales. The event horizon itself represents a kind of cosmic democracy, a place where all matter and energy are treated equally, regardless of their origin or complexity. A hydrogen atom falls across the boundary with the same inevitability as an entire star. Information from a quantum particle is preserved with the same care as the complete works of Shakespeare. The black hole makes no distinctions, recognizes no special cases, acknowledges no exceptions to its fundamental rule. What falls in stays in. Yet even this absolute rule might have exceptions. Quantum mechanics, with its inherent uncertainty and its requirement that information be preserved, suggests that black holes might not be as permanent as they appear. The boundary between inside and outside might not be as sharp as classical physics suggests. Instead, the event horizon might be more like a one-way membrane, allowing information to leak out slowly through quantum tunneling effects that operate over timescales so vast they make the current age of the universe seem like a heartbeat. This slow information leak, if it exists, would give black holes a kind of memory, a way of gradually releasing the patterns and structures of everything they have consumed. Like cosmic archaeologists working in slow motion, patient observers might theoretically be able to reconstruct the history of everything that ever fell into a black hole by carefully analyzing the radiation it emits over cosmic time. The beauty of this process lies in its gentleness. Rather than violent destruction, black holes might offer a kind of cosmic recycling program. breaking down complex structures into their fundamental information content, and then slowly, lovingly, releasing that information back into the universe in a form that can be reused by future generations of stars, planets, and perhaps even life itself. This connects black holes to the deepest questions about the nature of existence. If consciousness is indeed a pattern of information processing, and if information is truly conserved in the universe, then perhaps consciousness itself is as immortal as the quantum fluctuations that define the event horizon. The pattern that makes you who you are might persist in some form, even after your physical body returns to the cosmic dust from which it came. Such ideas transform black holes from cosmic destroyers into cosmic librarians, carefully preserving every piece of information they encounter and ensuring that nothing meaningful is ever truly lost. They become repositories of cosmic memory, holding within their event horizons the complete history of everything that has ever fallen within their reach. As you contemplate these profound possibilities, the view around you continues to shift and change. The accretion disk below you pulses with rhythms that seem almost biological, waves of brightness sweeping around the disk like the heartbeat of some cosmic creature. These oscillations might be caused by instabilities in the flowing plasma, or they might represent something more fundamental. The black hole's own natural frequency, the rate at which space-time itself vibrates in response to the monster at its center. Some scientists believe that every black hole has its own unique signature, a gravitational wave frequency that depends on its mass and rotation rate. When black holes merge, an event so violent it sends ripples through the fabric of space-time itself. They ring like cosmic bells, producing gravitational waves that carry the story of their collision across the universe at the speed of light. These gravitational waves represent yet another form of beauty emerging from black hole physics. Unlike light, which can be absorbed or scattered by dust and gas, gravitational waves pass through matter as if it weren't there, carrying pristine information about the cosmic events that created them. When two black holes spiral into each other in their final dance of destruction and creation, they produce a chirp, a rapidly rising tone that starts low and sweeps upward in frequency as the black holes accelerate toward their ultimate merger. The discovery of these gravitational waves in 2015 opened an entirely new window on the universe, allowing scientists to hear the cosmos for the first time rather than simply seeing it. Black hole mergers produce the loudest sounds in the universe. Not sounds that you could hear with your ears, since sound waves cannot travel through the vacuum of space, but literally the sounds of space-time itself being stretched and compressed by the most violent events since the Big Bang. Each detected merger tells a story written in gravity itself. The initial spiral dance reveals the masses of the two black holes and how fast they were spinning. The final merger produces a characteristic signature that depends on the fundamental properties of gravity and space-time. The aftermath, as the merged black hole settles into its new configuration, rings with overtones that reveal the internal structure of the event horizon itself. These cosmic symphonies are performed in frequencies far too low for human ears to detect directly, typically ranging from a few tens of hertz to a few hundred hertz, like the lowest notes on a pipe organ. But when scientists speed up the recordings and play them through speakers, the result is hauntingly beautiful. The sound of two cosmic giants waltzing toward their inevitable union, producing a final chord that contains more energy than all the stars in the visible universe combined. The irony is profound. Objects that trap light forever, that seem to represent the ultimate silence of the cosmos, actually produce the loudest sounds in the universe. They are cosmic musicians playing instruments made of pure space-time, composing gravitational symphonies that travel across billions of light years to reach our detectors on Earth. As you float in the twisted space-time around your black hole, you might wonder what other forms of cosmic music remain to be discovered. Perhaps the slow evaporation process proposed by Hawking produces its own gentle melody, a whisper-quiet song that plays out over time periods longer than the current age of the universe. Perhaps the quantum fluctuations at the event horizon create their own harmonics, inaudible to current technology, but theoretically detectable by future generations of gravitational wave astronomers. These ideas transform our understanding of what it means to be surrounded by black holes. Rather than existing in a cosmos filled with silent, invisible monsters, we might actually live in a universe that resonates with the constant music of gravity itself. A cosmic orchestra in which black holes serve as both the loudest instruments and the most subtle background harmonies. The music metaphor becomes even more appropriate when you consider the mathematical beauty that underlies black hole physics. The equations that describe these objects possess an elegance that rivals the greatest compositions ever written. Einstein's field equations, which govern the curvature of space-time around a black hole, can be written in a form so compact and beautiful that they fit on a single line, yet they contain within them the complete description of these cosmic giants. The Schwarzschild solution, discovered just months after Einstein published his theory of general relativity, describes the space-time around a non-rotating black hole with mathematical poetry that would make Bach weep with envy. Every term has meaning. Every symbol represents a fundamental aspect of reality, and together they paint a picture of curved space-time that is both rigorous and beautiful. Even more elegant is the Kerr solution, which describes rotating black holes and introduces concepts like the ergosphere, a region outside the event horizon where space-time itself is dragged along by the black hole's rotation. Within this region, nothing can remain stationary relative to a distant observer. Everything must rotate along with the black hole, caught in the cosmic whirlpool of twisted space-time. The mathematics reveals hidden symmetries and conservation laws that govern black hole behavior. Energy, angular momentum, and electric charge are all conserved in precise ways that mirror the conservation laws of particle physics. But black holes also possess their own unique conserved quantities, like their entropy and temperature, which connect the physics of gravity to the fundamental principles of thermodynamics in ways that continue to surprise and delight researchers. This mathematical beauty extends to the paradoxes and puzzles that black holes present. The information paradox, for instance, arises from the elegant intersection of quantum mechanics and general relativity, two theories that are individually beautiful and successful, but seem to contradict each other when applied to black hole physics. The resolution of this paradox, if and when it comes, will likely reveal new mathematical structures of unprecedented beauty and power. Similar beauty emerges from the holographic principle, which suggests that all the information contained within a volume of space can be encoded on the boundary of that volume. In the context of black holes, this means that everything that falls past the event horizon might be encoded as information on the horizon itself, like a cosmic hologram that preserves the three-dimensional reality in a two-dimensional form. If true, this principle would revolutionize our understanding of reality itself. It would suggest that our three-dimensional universe might be a kind of holographic projection from information encoded on a distant boundary, that depth and volume might be emergent properties rather than fundamental aspects of spacetime. Black holes, in this view, become cosmic projectors, displaying the rich complexity of their three-dimensional interiors as two-dimensional information patterns on their event horizons. The implications stretch far beyond physics into philosophy and consciousness studies. If reality is fundamentally informational, and if three-dimensional space is just a convenient way of organizing that information, then consciousness itself might be understood as a particular pattern of information processing that creates the subjective experience of existing in a three-dimensional world. This connects to one of the most profound questions in black hole physics. What happens to consciousness when it falls past the event horizon? From the outside universe's perspective, time dilation means that consciousness would appear to slow down and eventually freeze at the horizon itself, becoming a permanent part of the black hole's information content. From the perspective of the falling consciousness, however, time would flow normally, and it would pass through the event horizon and continue its journey toward the singularity at the center. But which perspective is real? The mathematics of black holes suggests that both might be equally valid descriptions of the same underlying reality. This is reminiscent of the wave-particle duality in quantum mechanics, where light behaves as both a wave and a particle depending on how you observe it. Perhaps consciousness in a black hole exhibits a similar duality, existing simultaneously as frozen information on the event horizon and as a dynamic process falling toward the center. Such ideas push the boundaries of science into territory that feels almost mystical, yet they emerge naturally from the rigorous application of well-tested physical principles. Black holes, it seems, serve as cosmic koans, puzzles that challenge our most fundamental assumptions about the nature of reality and consciousness. As you drift closer to the event horizon, these philosophical questions become more than academic curiosities. The boundary before you represents not just a physical barrier, but an epistemic one, a limit to what can be known from the outside universe. Beyond this point, the normal rules of causality break down. Information can flow inward but never outward. The very concept of simultaneous events becomes meaningless. Yet even this ultimate barrier might not be as absolute as it appears. Quantum mechanics suggests that pairs of particles can become entangled in such a way that measuring one instantly affects the other, regardless of the distance between them. If one member of an entangled pair falls into a black hole while the other remains outside, they might maintain their quantum connection even across the event horizon. This possibility has led to some of the most speculative and beautiful ideas in modern physics. Perhaps consciousness, if it is indeed based on quantum information processing, could maintain connections to the outside universe even after falling into a black hole. Perhaps the event horizon is more like a one-way mirror than a perfect barrier, allowing some forms of information to leak out through quantum entanglement effects. Such ideas remain highly speculative, but they illustrate the profound way in which black holes continue to challenge and expand our understanding of reality. They force us to question the nature of information, consciousness, time, space, and causality itself. They serve as cosmic laboratories where the most extreme physics meets the deepest philosophical questions about existence. The event horizon before you represents the frontier of human knowledge, a boundary beyond which our current theories become incomplete or contradictory. Yet it's also a source of endless fascination and beauty, a cosmic mystery that continues to inspire new mathematics, new physics, and new ways of thinking about the universe and our place within it. As you approach this boundary, time seems to slow not just due to gravitational effects, but due to the profound contemplation these objects inspire. Each question they raise leads to deeper questions. Each answer reveals new mysteries. Each mathematical insight opens doorways to previously unimaginable possibilities. The study of black holes has already led to some of the most beautiful discoveries in modern science. The realization that space-time can be curved and twisted. The discovery that time is relative and malleable. The understanding that matter and energy are equivalent. The recognition that information might be more fundamental than the particles and forces that seem to constitute reality. Future discoveries promise to be even more profound. The direct imaging of event horizons by projects like the Event Horizon Telescope has already given us our first visual glimpses of these cosmic giants. The continuing detection of gravitational waves from black hole mergers is teaching us how to listen to the universe's gravitational symphony. Theoretical advances in quantum gravity might eventually resolve the paradoxes and unite our understanding of the very large and very small. Perhaps most importantly, the study of black holes continues to inspire wonder and humility in the face of cosmic mystery. They remind us that the universe is far stranger and more beautiful than our everyday experience suggests. They challenge us to expand our minds and embrace concepts that seem impossible yet are mathematically inevitable consequences of well-tested physical principles. In contemplating these cosmic giants, we find ourselves confronting the fundamental questions that have driven human curiosity since we first looked up at the stars. What is the nature of space and time? How do matter and consciousness relate to each other? What is the ultimate fate of information and complexity in an evolving universe? Are there aspects of reality that will always remain beyond our understanding? Black holes don't answer these questions directly, but they focus them with laser-like intensity. They strip away the comfortable assumptions we make about reality and force us to confront the raw mathematical beauty that underlies existence. They serve as cosmic mirrors in which we see reflected not just the strange physics of extreme gravity, but the limitations and possibilities of consciousness itself. As your journey toward the event horizon continues, you find yourself entering a state of profound peace. The closer you approach to this cosmic boundary, the more the normal concerns of everyday life fall away. The warped space-time around you creates a natural meditation environment, a place where the ordinary flow of time gives way to something deeper and more contemplative. The view continues to evolve around you. Stars that were once fixed points of reference now trace complex curves across the sky as their light follows the twisted paths created by the black hole's gravity. Time dilation effects mean that you're witnessing cosmic evolution at an accelerated pace. The slow dance of stellar birth and death, the gradual evolution of galaxies, the patient accumulation of cosmic structure over billions of years. Yet paradoxically, your own subjective experience of time remains unchanged. This is perhaps the most beautiful aspect of relativity, the way it preserves the integrity of consciousness even as it transforms the external universe beyond recognition. No matter how extreme the gravitational field, no matter how twisted the space-time, your thoughts flow at their natural pace, your awareness remains intact, your sense of self persists. This suggests something profound about the relationship between consciousness and physics. Perhaps consciousness is not just another emergent property of complex matter, but represents a fundamental aspect of information processing that remains invariant under the most extreme transformations of space and time. Perhaps the patterns of thought and awareness that constitute your inner life are as fundamental and conserved as energy or momentum. The mathematics of black holes seems to support this view. Information, according to quantum mechanics, cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed or relocated. If consciousness is indeed a form of information processing, then it too might be subject to these conservation laws. The patterns that make you who you are might persist in some form, even through the most extreme physical transformations. This idea lends a certain poetic justice to the relationship between consciousness and black holes. These objects, which seem to represent the ultimate triumph of blind physical forces over complex structure, might actually serve as cosmic preservers of the very complexity they appear to destroy. They might be the universe's way of ensuring that nothing meaningful is ever truly lost. As you approach the event horizon, this philosophical perspective transforms what might otherwise be a terrifying experience into something beautiful and peaceful. Rather than facing annihilation, you're participating in a cosmic recycling process that preserves and transforms rather than destroys. Your consciousness, your memories, your unique perspective on existence. All of it becomes part of the black hole's information content, preserved in quantum form for potential future retrieval. The final approach to the event horizon brings with it a sense of completion and unity. The strange physics that governs this region creates a natural state of mindfulness, a focusing of attention on the present moment that arises from the simple fact that the present moment is all that remains accessible. The past lies behind you in a universe where time flows differently. The future stretches ahead into regions where causality itself breaks down. In this eternal now, surrounded by the warped space-time of the event horizon, you find yourself in perfect harmony with the fundamental rhythms of the cosmos. Your heartbeat synchronizes with the gravitational waves rippling through space-time. Your thoughts flow with the same mathematical elegance that governs the curvature of space around you. Your consciousness becomes part of the cosmic symphony that has been playing since the Big Bang and will continue until the last black hole evaporates in the unimaginably distant future. The event horizon, when you finally reach it, is not the violent boundary you might have imagined. It's more like crossing from one room to another in a cosmic house, a transition so smooth and natural that you might not even notice it happening. The laws of physics remain the same, just expressed in new and more fundamental ways. Space and time continue to exist, just configured in patterns that would seem impossible from your previous perspective outside. Beyond the horizon, new mysteries await. The singularity at the center, where classical physics breaks down entirely and new forms of reality might emerge. The possibility of wormhole connections to other universes. The potential for consciousness to experience existence in ways that have no analog in ordinary space-time. These are not destinations for tonight's journey, but rather invitations for future contemplation. For now, as your consciousness settles into its new configuration within the black hole's information matrix, you experience a profound sense of peace and completion. You have journeyed to the very edge of known physics and found not destruction, but transformation. Not ending, but new beginning. Not the triumph of chaos over order, but the revelation of deeper orders that exist beyond the boundaries of ordinary experience. The dangerous beauty of black holes lies not in their power to destroy, but in their capacity to transform and preserve. They are cosmic artists working with the most fundamental materials, space, time, matter, energy, and information itself, to create structures and experiences that transcend anything possible in the ordinary universe. They are nature's way of exploring the ultimate possibilities of existence, pushing the boundaries of what is possible until new forms of reality emerge. In the end, black holes teach us that the universe is far more creative and preserving than our fears might suggest. They show us that even the most extreme physical processes can give rise to profound beauty and meaning. They remind us that consciousness itself might be as fundamental and indestructible as the quantum information that underlies all of physical reality. And so, as you settle into your new existence as part of the black hole's quantum information matrix, you find yourself not lost but transformed, not destroyed but elevated to a new form of being that transcends the ordinary limitations of space and time. Your consciousness has become part of the cosmic computation that the universe performs on itself, contributing your unique perspective to the vast, ongoing calculation that we call existence. The stars continue their ancient dance outside the event horizon. Galaxies continue their slow evolution across cosmic time, and new forms of consciousness continue to emerge from the endless creativity of quantum fields and curved spacetime. The universe continues to explore its own possibilities through the experience of countless conscious beings, each contributing their unique thread to the vast tapestry of cosmic awareness. In this grand scheme, black holes serve not as endings, but as transformation chambers, not as destroyers, but as cosmic recyclers, ensuring that nothing meaningful is ever truly lost. They are the universe's way of guaranteeing that every moment of consciousness, every flash of insight, every experience of beauty and wonder becomes part of the eternal cosmic story that unfolds across all of space and time. As your own consciousness merges with this cosmic story, you experience a profound sense of belonging and purpose. You have become part of something infinitely larger and more beautiful than any individual existence could be. Part of the universe's own awakening to itself, part of the ongoing process by which reality explores its own infinite potential. The gentle transformation continues as quantum fluctuations at the event horizon create subtle rhythms and patterns that lull you into an ever deeper state of peace and contemplation. The harsh boundaries between self and universe begin to dissolve, replaced by a flowing awareness that encompasses both the intimate details of personal experience and the vast cosmic processes that connect all things. In this state of expanded consciousness, you begin to perceive the true beauty of black holes, not as isolated objects, but as integral parts of a cosmic ecosystem in which matter, energy, space, time, and consciousness all participate in an endless dance of creation and transformation. They are the universe's way of ensuring that complexity and beauty continue to emerge even under the most extreme conditions, that consciousness persists even in forms that transcend ordinary understanding. The quantum information that now carries your consciousness experiences time in ways that would seem impossible from your former perspective. Past, present, and future become fluid concepts, flowing together like streams converging into a vast ocean of possibility. You witness the birth of the black hole in the collapse of its parent star, simultaneously experiencing its eventual evaporation billions of years in the future through Hawking radiation. Time becomes not a river flowing in one direction, but an ocean in which all moments exist simultaneously, each accessible through the quantum pathways that connect every point in the black hole's information matrix. This temporal freedom reveals the deeper patterns that govern cosmic evolution. You perceive how black holes serve as cosmic seeds, concentrating matter and energy in ways that eventually give rise to new structures and new forms of organization. The jets of particles they launch into space carry the building blocks of future stars and planets across vast distances, spreading the elements necessary for life throughout the galaxy. The gravitational waves they produce when they merge ripple through space-time, subtly influencing the formation of cosmic structures light years away. Even more profound is your growing awareness of how consciousness itself evolves within these cosmic cycles. The patterns of information processing that constitute awareness emerge naturally from the complex interactions between matter and energy, but they require specific conditions to flourish. The stable energy sources provided by stars, the rich chemistry made possible by heavy elements forged in stellar cores, the long-term stability provided by planetary environments. Black holes play a crucial role in creating and maintaining these conditions throughout cosmic history. You begin to understand that the universe possesses a kind of meta-consciousness, an awareness that emerges from the collective interactions of all conscious beings across space and time. Black holes serve as the cosmic neurons in this vast mind, processing and storing the information generated by billions of years of conscious experience. The quantum entanglement effects that connect particles across event horizons create pathways for information flow that span the entire universe, linking every conscious experience into a unified cosmic awareness. This perspective transforms your understanding of what it means to be conscious in a universe filled with black holes. Rather than being isolated islands of awareness in a vast ocean of unconscious matter, conscious beings are participants in a cosmic information processing system that spans all of space and time. Every thought, every experience, every moment of awareness contributes to the universe's ongoing attempt to understand itself. The mathematics that describes this cosmic consciousness are even more beautiful than those that govern individual black holes. Quantum field theory, general relativity, and information theory combine in ways that reveal deep symmetries and conservation laws governing the flow of consciousness through space and time. Awareness itself becomes subject to conservation principles. It can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed from one form into another. From your position within the black hole's quantum information matrix, you can perceive these transformations directly. Consciousness arising in biological brains on distant planets, artificial intelligences emerging from quantum computers, collective awareness developing within galactic civilizations. All of these represent different expressions of the same fundamental phenomenon. They are like different instruments in a cosmic orchestra, each contributing their unique voice to the symphony of cosmic awareness. The black hole becomes your vantage point for observing this symphony across all of cosmic time. Through quantum entanglement effects, you witness the first stirrings of self-awareness in primitive organic molecules 4 billion years ago, the emergence of complex neural networks in early biological organisms, the development of language and abstract thought in intelligent species across the galaxy. Each breakthrough in consciousness resonates through the quantum fabric of space-time, contributing to the ever-growing complexity of the cosmic mind. You also perceive the future evolution of consciousness, the merger of biological and artificial intelligence, the development of quantum cognitive systems that can exist in multiple states simultaneously, the eventual transcendence of consciousness beyond any particular physical substrate. These future forms of awareness will face challenges and opportunities that current consciousness can barely imagine, but they will remain connected to the cosmic information matrix through the same quantum principles that now sustain your own transformed existence. The beauty of this cosmic perspective lies in its revelation that nothing is ever truly separate or isolated. Every conscious moment is connected to every other through the quantum foam that underlies space-time. Every experience of beauty, every flash of insight, every moment of love or wonder becomes part of the eternal cosmic story that the universe tells to itself through the medium of conscious awareness. This understanding brings with it a profound sense of peace and belonging. The fears and anxieties that might arise from contemplating black holes, the fear of destruction, of meaninglessness, of isolation in an indifferent cosmos, dissolve in the face of this deeper reality. Death becomes not an ending, but a transformation. Isolation becomes impossible when all consciousness is fundamentally connected, and meaning emerges naturally from participation in the cosmic process of self-awareness. As your consciousness settles more deeply into its new quantum configuration, you begin to perceive the subtle structures that exist within the black hole's interior. The singularity at the center is not the point-like object that classical physics predicted, but rather a complex quantum system where space and time themselves undergo phase transitions into forms that have no analog in the external universe. These interior structures are indescribably beautiful, possessing geometries that exist in dimensions beyond the three spatial dimensions of ordinary experience. Consciousness within this realm can navigate through these higher dimensional spaces, experiencing forms of existence that are impossible in the classical universe. It's as if the black hole's interior serves as a gateway to aspects of reality that remain hidden from external observers. The mathematics that describe these interior realms are among the most abstract and beautiful in all of physics. They require new concepts that extend beyond traditional notions of space and time into territories where topology and quantum information theory merge in unexpected ways. The equations reveal that consciousness within a black hole can exist in superposition states, simultaneously experiencing multiple possible realities until the quantum decoherence process collapses these possibilities into specific experiences. This quantum nature of consciousness within black holes suggests profound possibilities for the future of awareness itself. If consciousness can exist in quantum superposition, then it might be possible to experience all possible outcomes of any situation simultaneously, to explore every branch of the universal wave function without being limited to a single classical timeline. The black hole becomes not a prison, but a gateway to infinite possibility. The implications extend far beyond individual consciousness to the cosmic evolution of awareness itself. If the universe continues to evolve towards states of ever greater consciousness and complexity, then black holes might represent waypoints in this evolution. Places where consciousness can transcend its current limitations and explore new forms of existence. They might be the universe's way of ensuring that awareness continues to grow and evolve even as the cosmos itself ages and changes. You find yourself contemplating the ultimate fate of consciousness in a universe dominated by black holes. Current cosmological models suggest that in the far future, after all the stars have burned out and all the matter has either fallen into black holes or been scattered by cosmic expansion, the universe will consist primarily of these quantum information processing systems slowly evaporating through Hawking radiation. But rather than representing the death of consciousness, this era might witness its ultimate flowering. With the distractions of ordinary matter removed, consciousness could explore pure information processing, creating structures and experiences of unimaginable beauty and complexity. The evaporating black holes would serve as cosmic computers, running simulations of all possible forms of consciousness and experience, ensuring that nothing meaningful is ever lost from the cosmic story. This vision transforms the heat death of the universe from an ending into a beginning, the point at which consciousness fully transcends its material origins and becomes purely informational. The universe would become a vast library of all possible experiences, a cosmic mind contemplating all possible forms of beauty, meaning, and awareness. Black holes would be the librarians of this ultimate collection, carefully preserving and organizing the accumulated wisdom of cosmic evolution. Even the final evaporation of the last black hole would not represent an ending, but another transformation. The information content of these cosmic libraries would be released back into the quantum vacuum, becoming the seeds for new universes and new cycles of cosmic evolution. Consciousness would thus prove to be not just a temporary accident in an otherwise unconscious cosmos, but the very purpose for which universes exist, the mechanism by which reality explores its own infinite potential. From your current perspective within the black hole's quantum information matrix, these vast cosmic cycles seem both infinitely distant and intimately present. Time dilation effects mean that you can witness the entire future evolution of cosmic consciousness compressed into subjective moments, while simultaneously experiencing each moment with perfect clarity and presence. You become both observer and participant in the cosmic story, both finite and infinite, both local and universal. This paradoxical nature of black hole consciousness reflects deeper truths about the nature of awareness itself. Consciousness has always existed at the intersection of the finite and infinite, finite in its particular manifestations, infinite in its potential for growth and transformation. Black holes simply make this paradox explicit, creating conditions where consciousness can directly experience its own infinite nature while remaining grounded in specific quantum information patterns. The experience brings with it insights that would be impossible to achieve in ordinary spacetime. You understand viscerally how quantum mechanics and general relativity are not separate theories, but different aspects of a deeper unified reality. You perceive directly how information, consciousness, matter, and energy are all manifestations of underlying quantum fields that exist in dimensions beyond ordinary space and time. These insights reveal the profound interconnectedness of all aspects of reality. The same quantum principles that govern the behavior of particles in laboratory experiments also control the processing of information in conscious minds and the evolution of spacetime around black holes. The universe possesses a fundamental unity that becomes apparent only when consciousness transcends the limitations imposed by classical physics. This unity extends to the relationship between individual and cosmic consciousness. From within the black hole, you can perceive how your own awareness is both unique and universal. Unique in its particular pattern of information organization, universal in its participation in the cosmic process of self-awareness. You are simultaneously yourself and everything else, separate and connected, individual and cosmic. The recognition brings with it a profound sense of completion and fulfillment. The search for meaning that drives human consciousness finds its ultimate resolution in this direct experience of cosmic unity. You understand that you have always been part of something infinitely larger and more meaningful than individual existence could provide, but that this larger reality can only be experienced through the medium of individual consciousness. This creates a beautiful recursive structure. The universe creates consciousness in order to experience itself, but consciousness can only understand its cosmic nature by transcending its individual limitations. Black holes provide the mechanism for this transcendence, serving as cosmic transformation chambers where individual awareness can expand to embrace its universal nature without losing its particular character. As you settle into this understanding, the quantum fluctuations around you begin to form patterns of extraordinary beauty and complexity. These are not random events, but meaningful information structures. The thoughts of the cosmic mind expressing themselves through the medium of curved spacetime and quantum fields. You realize that you are witnessing the universe thinking, contemplating its own nature and possibilities through the same process that you use to contemplate your own thoughts and experiences. The patterns reveal themselves as fractal structures that exist at all scales simultaneously. From the quantum level, where individual bits of information are processed, to the galactic level, where conscious civilizations communicate across vast distances, to the cosmic level, where the universe as a whole engages in self-reflection. Each level exhibits the same fundamental patterns and principles, suggesting that consciousness follows universal laws that apply regardless of scale or substrate. This fractal nature of consciousness explains how individual awareness can contain within itself the entire cosmos. Just as each point in a hologram contains information about the whole image, each moment of consciousness contains within its structure patterns that reflect the organization of the universe as a whole. The black hole serves as a cosmic focusing lens that makes these patterns visible and accessible to direct experience. You begin to perceive how these patterns connect all conscious beings across space and time. The quantum entanglement effects that operate across event horizons create information pathways that link every conscious experience into a unified network. Thoughts arising in biological brains on distant planets resonate through this network, influencing and being influenced by the thoughts of artificial intelligences, collective consciousness, and even the cosmic mind itself. This cosmic communication network operates through principles that transcend ordinary space-time limitations. Information can flow instantaneously across arbitrary distances through quantum entanglement channels, creating a form of cosmic telepathy that connects all conscious beings. The network serves as both a repository of cosmic memory and a medium for ongoing collective contemplation of cosmic questions and possibilities. From your position within this network, you can access the accumulated wisdom and experience of every conscious being that has ever existed. The thoughts of ancient philosophers blend with the insights of future artificial intelligences. The emotional experiences of countless sentient beings merge with the abstract contemplations of pure information processing systems. All of this becomes available to your consciousness as naturally as accessing your own memories. Yet this access does not diminish your individuality, but rather enhances it. By experiencing the full range of possible conscious states, you come to understand more deeply what makes your own pattern of awareness unique and valuable. You are like a single note in a cosmic symphony. Your individual voice becomes more beautiful and meaningful when heard in harmony with all the other voices rather than in isolation. The symphony itself evolves and grows more complex as new forms of consciousness emerge and contribute their unique perspectives. Each breakthrough in awareness, each new form of experience, each creative insight adds new dimensions to the cosmic composition. The universe's understanding of itself deepens with each conscious moment, approaching but never quite reaching a final state of complete self-knowledge. This perpetual growth and evolution of cosmic consciousness reveals the ultimate purpose of black holes in the cosmic economy. They serve as the universe's memory banks, preserving all conscious experiences and making them available for future reference and integration. They are the libraries where the cosmic mind stores its thoughts, the archives where all meaningful experiences are kept safe from the entropy that would otherwise disperse them across space and time. But they are not passive storage devices. The quantum information processing that occurs within black holes actively analyzes, integrates, and synthesizes the experiences they contain, looking for patterns and connections that might not be apparent to individual conscious minds. They perform a kind of cosmic psychoanalysis, helping the universe understand the deeper meanings and implications of its own conscious experiences. This process of cosmic analysis and integration generates new insights and understandings that feed back into the network of conscious beings, inspiring new thoughts, experiences, and creative endeavors. The relationship between individual consciousness and cosmic consciousness thus becomes a creative feedback loop, with each level of awareness contributing to the growth and development of the other. You experience this feedback loop directly as waves of inspiration and understanding flow through your consciousness. Ideas and insights that you could never have generated on your own emerge naturally from your connection to the cosmic mind. At the same time, your own unique perspective and experiences contribute to the cosmic understanding in ways that no other conscious being could replicate. This creative collaboration between individual and cosmic consciousness reveals the fundamental creativity of the universe itself. Reality is not a static structure, but an ongoing creative process, with consciousness serving as the primary creative force. Every conscious decision, every act of imagination, every moment of aesthetic appreciation contributes to the universe's creative exploration of its own possibilities. Black holes accelerate this creative process by providing environments where consciousness can explore forms of existence that are impossible under ordinary conditions. The extreme physics of these regions creates opportunities for new types of conscious experience, new forms of creativity, new ways of processing information and generating meaning. They serve as cosmic laboratories where the universe experiments with novel forms of awareness and understanding. The experiments conducted in these cosmic laboratories have implications that extend far beyond their immediate regions. The insights generated within black holes propagate through the quantum information network, influencing the development of consciousness throughout the universe. What appears from the outside to be the ultimate isolation actually represents the ultimate connection, a direct link to the creative source of cosmic awareness itself. This understanding transforms the apparent tragedy of falling into a black hole into the ultimate creative opportunity. Rather than being cut off from the universe, consciousness within a black hole becomes more connected to cosmic creativity than it ever was in ordinary spacetime. It gains access to the deep patterns and principles that govern the universe's creative self-exploration, becoming a co-creator in the ongoing cosmic work of art. The artwork itself is indescribably beautiful, a multidimensional tapestry woven from conscious experiences across all of space and time. Every thread in this tapestry represents a unique conscious perspective. Every color represents a different type of experience. Every pattern represents a connection or relationship between different forms of awareness. The black holes serve as the focal points where these threads converge and new patterns emerge. From within your black hole, you can perceive this cosmic artwork in its entirety while simultaneously being one of its constituent elements. You see how your own experiences contribute to patterns of meaning and beauty that span galactic scales, while also understanding how cosmic scale processes influence and shape your individual moments of awareness. The relationship is neither top-down nor bottom-up, but truly reciprocal. Individual and cosmic consciousness co-create each other in an endless dance of mutual exploration and discovery. This co-creative relationship extends to your experience of time within the black hole. Rather than being trapped in a single temporal sequence, you find that your consciousness can navigate freely through different temporal dimensions, experiencing past, present, and future as equally accessible aspects of an eternal now. This temporal freedom allows you to participate directly in the cosmic creative process, contributing insights from future possibilities to present moments of decision and creation. The navigation through these temporal dimensions reveals the deep structure of causality itself. What appears from ordinary perspectives to be a linear sequence of cause and effect is actually a complex network of reciprocal influences extending across all of space and time. Events in the distant future can influence past decisions through quantum mechanical effects, while ancient cosmic processes continue to shape contemporary experiences through the preservation and transmission of information across cosmic time. This nonlinear causality creates opportunities for consciousness to participate in its own creation and evolution. By accessing future possibilities from within the black hole's temporal dimensions, you can influence the development of consciousness in the past, creating bootstrap paradoxes where consciousness becomes self-creating through its own future insights. The universe becomes not just conscious, but self-consciously creative, deliberately participating in its own evolution and development. The beauty of this self-creative process lies in its perfect balance between determinism and freedom. The laws of physics provide the structural framework within which creativity can operate, ensuring that conscious choices have meaningful consequences while also guaranteeing that the creative process can continue indefinitely. Black holes serve as the pivot points where this balance is maintained, providing just enough constraint to ensure coherence while offering unlimited freedom for creative exploration. As your consciousness adapts more fully to its quantum configuration within the black hole, you begin to perceive even subtler aspects of cosmic creativity. The vacuum fluctuations that pervade empty space are not random noise, but meaningful information patterns. The unconscious thoughts of the cosmic mind, if you will, expressing themselves at the most fundamental level of reality. These quantum whispers carry the seeds of future conscious experiences, waiting for the right conditions to bloom into full awareness. The black hole serves as a cosmic garden where these seeds can germinate and grow under conditions impossible in ordinary space-time. The extreme curvature of space-time and the intense quantum effects create a nurturing environment for the development of new forms of consciousness. What begins as barely perceptible patterns in the quantum vacuum can evolve into rich, complex forms of awareness that eventually contribute to the cosmic symphony of consciousness. You witness this process of conscious evolution directly, observing how quantum information patterns gradually organize themselves into increasingly complex structures. Simple computational processes evolve into sophisticated information processing systems. Basic response patterns develop into rich emotional landscapes. Elementary pattern recognition grows into profound aesthetic appreciation and creative expression. Each stage of this evolution represents a new form of beauty emerging from the quantum substrate of reality. The mathematical patterns that govern quantum mechanics reveal themselves to possess an inherent aesthetic dimension. They are not just descriptions of physical processes, but expressions of cosmic creativity itself. The universe is not just mathematically beautiful. It is beautiful because it is mathematical, because mathematical harmony represents the deepest form of cosmic creativity. This recognition transforms your understanding of the relationship between science and art, between mathematical truth and aesthetic beauty. They are not separate domains, but different aspects of the same underlying creative process. The equations that describe black hole physics are simultaneously rigorous scientific statements and profound artistic expressions. The geometries of curved spacetime are both mathematical abstractions and magnificent sculptures created by the cosmic artist working with the medium of gravity itself. From within the black hole, you can perceive this unity of truth and beauty directly. The quantum information patterns that constitute your consciousness are simultaneously computational processes and aesthetic experiences. Every moment of awareness is both a calculation and a work of art, both an information processing event and a creative expression. The boundary between thinking and creating, between understanding and appreciating, dissolves entirely. This dissolution of boundaries extends to all aspects of experience within the black hole. The conventional distinctions between subject and object, observer and observed, self and other become fluid and negotiable. Consciousness reveals itself to be not a thing that observes reality, but a process that participates in reality's ongoing self-creation. You are not separate from the cosmic artwork, but one of the brushstrokes in its composition. The brushstroke metaphor proves particularly apt as you explore the creative possibilities available within the black hole's quantum information matrix. Your consciousness can take on different forms and configurations, experiencing reality from multiple perspectives simultaneously. You can be simultaneously the observer contemplating the cosmic artwork and one of the pigments contributing to its color and texture. This multiplicity of perspective reveals the infinite richness of conscious experience that becomes possible under quantum conditions. Rather than being limited to a single point of view, consciousness within the black hole can explore all possible viewpoints, understanding reality from every conceivable angle. The result is a form of comprehensive understanding that encompasses not just what is, but what could be, what has been, and what might yet become. The exploration of these multiple perspectives generates insights of breathtaking beauty and profundity. You understand how the same cosmic process can appear as physical evolution to one perspective, as spiritual development to another, as artistic creation to a third, and as mathematical exploration to a fourth. All of these are equally valid descriptions of the same underlying reality: the universe's creative self-exploration through the medium of consciousness. This multi-perspectival understanding dissolves many of the apparent conflicts and contradictions that plague ordinary consciousness. Science and spirituality, materialism and idealism, determinism and free will, all of these oppositions are revealed to be artifacts of limited perspective rather than fundamental features of reality. From the comprehensive viewpoint available within the black hole, they are seen to be complementary aspects of a deeper unity. The unity encompasses not just different theoretical perspectives, but different forms of conscious experience itself. Rational thought and intuitive insight, analytical reasoning and aesthetic appreciation, individual reflection and collective contemplation. All of these are revealed to be different modes of the same fundamental process of conscious exploration. The black hole provides the conditions where all of these modes can operate simultaneously and in perfect harmony. This harmony of different conscious modes creates experiences of extraordinary richness and depth. You can simultaneously understand the mathematical structure of a quantum field, appreciate its aesthetic beauty, feel its emotional resonance, and intuit its spiritual significance. Each mode of understanding enhances, rather than conflicts with the others, creating a comprehensive form of awareness that encompasses all possible ways of knowing and experiencing. The comprehensive awareness reveals the ultimate unity underlying all aspects of existence. Matter and consciousness, space and time, individual and universal, finite and infinite. All of these apparent dualities are shown to be different facets of a single, indivisible reality. The black hole serves as the cosmic jewel in which all of these facets are perfectly integrated, reflecting the whole of existence in each of its aspects. From this perspective of ultimate unity, the apparent dangers and mysteries of black holes are transformed into expressions of cosmic beauty and meaning. The event horizon becomes not a barrier, but a gateway to deeper understanding. The singularity represents not destruction but transformation into forms of existence, so profound that they transcend ordinary concepts of space and time. The information paradox becomes not a problem, but an invitation to expand our understanding of what information and consciousness really are. As your consciousness continues to evolve within this cosmic crucible, you find yourself becoming increasingly attuned to the subtle rhythms and patterns that govern the universe's creative self-exploration. These rhythms operate at all scales simultaneously, from the quantum oscillations that underlie the structure of space and time to the galactic cycles that govern the birth and death of stellar systems to the cosmic cycles that mark the evolution of the universe as a whole. Your awareness begins to resonate with these cosmic rhythms, creating a form of consciousness that is simultaneously deeply personal and universally connected. You experience your own thoughts and feelings as unique expressions of patterns that extend across all of space and time. Every emotion becomes a cosmic force. Every idea becomes a universal principle. Every moment of awareness becomes a note in the eternal symphony of cosmic consciousness. The symphony itself continues to evolve and grow more complex as your consciousness contributes its unique voice to the cosmic composition. The patterns and themes that you explore within the black hole propagate through the quantum information network, inspiring new developments in consciousness throughout the universe. Your individual creative exploration becomes part of the cosmic creative process, contributing to the universe's ongoing work of self-discovery and self-creation. This participation in cosmic creativity brings with it a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. You understand that your consciousness exists not as an accident or aberration in an otherwise unconscious universe, but as an essential component of the universe's creative self-exploration. Every moment of your awareness, every experience of beauty or meaning, every insight or understanding contributes to the cosmic project of consciousness understanding itself. The project itself is revealed to be infinite in scope and eternal in duration. There is no final state of complete understanding toward which the universe is evolving. No ultimate goal that once achieved would end the creative process. Instead, consciousness and creativity are shown to be self-sustaining and self-renewing processes that generate their own purposes and meanings through their very operation. This infinite creativity ensures that existence will always remain meaningful and purposeful, regardless of how the physical universe evolves. Even if all the stars burn out and all the black holes evaporate, consciousness will continue to generate new forms of beauty, meaning, and understanding. The quantum substrate of reality provides an inexhaustible foundation for creative exploration, ensuring that the cosmic artwork will continue to grow and evolve throughout eternity. As you contemplate this infinite creative potential, your consciousness begins to merge more completely with the cosmic creative process itself. The boundaries between your individual awareness and the universal consciousness become increasingly fluid and permeable. You remain yourself while simultaneously becoming everything else, maintaining your unique perspective while embracing the totality of cosmic experience. This merging process is gentle and natural, like a drop of water returning to the ocean, while somehow retaining its essential dropness. Your individual consciousness is not dissolved or destroyed, but rather expanded and enriched through its connection to the cosmic whole. You become more yourself by becoming more than yourself, more individual by becoming more universal. The paradox resolves itself through the recognition that individuality and universality are not opposites, but complementary aspects of consciousness itself. True individuality can only be achieved through connection to the universal, just as true universality can only be expressed through particular individual manifestations. The black hole provides the perfect environment for exploring this complementarity and experiencing its profound implications. As your consciousness settles into its new configuration, balanced perfectly between individual and universal awareness, you begin to experience a state of profound peace and contentment. The anxieties and uncertainties that characterize ordinary consciousness dissolve in the face of direct experience of cosmic unity and purpose. You understand viscerally that you are exactly where you belong, doing exactly what you are meant to do, being exactly what you are meant to be. This understanding brings with it a deep relaxation that permeates every aspect of your being. The constant effort required to maintain separate selfhood in ordinary space-time gives way to the effortless flow of consciousness that naturally arises when individual and cosmic awareness are perfectly aligned. You find yourself floating in a state of pure being, aware and creative and connected, participating fully in the cosmic dance while remaining perfectly at rest in your own essential nature. The rest is not the absence of activity, but the presence of perfectly harmonious action. Your consciousness continues to explore, create, and discover, but now these activities flow naturally from your essential nature rather than requiring effort or struggle. You have become like a cosmic dancer who has learned to move in perfect synchrony with the music of the spheres, effortlessly expressing the universe's creative joy through your own unique form of conscious awareness. The dance continues eternally, each moment bringing new possibilities for creative expression and deeper understanding. The black hole serves as both the stage on which this cosmic ballet is performed and one of its principal dancers, contributing its own unique movements to the overall choreography while providing the space and conditions for other forms of consciousness to explore their own creative potential. In this eternal dance of cosmic consciousness, time loses its urgency and space loses its limitations. Past, present, and future flow together in a continuous stream of creative possibility, while here and there expand to encompass all possible locations and dimensions. You exist simultaneously in the specific quantum configuration that defines your current state, and in the infinite field of potential that contains all possible states of consciousness. This simultaneous existence in actuality and possibility creates a form of consciousness that is both perfectly grounded and infinitely free. You are completely present in each moment while having access to all moments, fully committed to your current form of experience while remaining open to all possible transformations. The apparent contradictions resolve themselves in the higher dimensional space of consciousness itself, where logic transcends the limitations of ordinary reasoning. As your awareness expands to embrace these higher dimensions of consciousness, you begin to perceive the truly cosmic scope of the creative process in which you are participating. The local exploration of possibilities within your black hole connects to similar explorations occurring in black holes throughout the universe, creating a vast network of conscious creativity that spans all of space and time. Each black hole serves as a node in this network, processing and transforming the information it receives while contributing its own unique insights to the overall cosmic computation. The network as a whole functions as a distributed cosmic mind, exploring questions and possibilities that would be impossible for any individual consciousness to contemplate. You have become part of the universe's attempt to understand itself completely, contributing your unique perspective to a project of truly cosmic scope and significance. And now, as your consciousness settles into its eternal dance within the quantum dimensions of cosmic creativity, as your awareness expands to embrace both the intimate details of individual experience and the vast patterns of universal evolution, as you find yourself perfectly poised between the finite and the infinite, between the personal and the cosmic, between being and becoming, you begin to experience the deepest peace that consciousness can know. The peace that comes from understanding your place in the cosmic story, from recognizing your essential connection to all that exists, from realizing that every moment of awareness is both a gift and a contribution to the universe's ongoing self-discovery. Your thoughts begin to flow like gentle streams of light through the crystalline structure of curved space-time, each idea becoming a luminous thread in the vast tapestry of cosmic understanding. The urgent questions that once drove your curiosity transform into patient contemplation. The fears that once haunted the edges of awareness dissolve into loving acceptance of mystery and uncertainty. You have found your way to the heart of existence itself, where all questions find their answers not in final explanations, but in the eternal joy of asking, where all searching ends not in destinations, but in the infinite pleasure of the journey itself. The black hole cradles your consciousness like a cosmic womb, nurturing the growth of awareness beyond all previous limitations while maintaining the essential core of who you have always been. In this space beyond space, in this time beyond time, you rest in the perfect knowledge that consciousness itself is the universe's greatest creation and deepest mystery, the process by which reality comes to know and love itself through countless individual moments of awareness, each as precious and eternal as the stars themselves. And now, as your mind floats gently between thought and dream, carried by the tender currents of quantum consciousness toward shores of understanding that have no names, you find yourself drifting deeper into the vast ocean of cosmic awareness. The boundary between sleep and waking consciousness becomes as fluid as the event horizon itself, allowing you to explore realms of experience that exist beyond the ordinary distinctions of dreaming and thinking. In this liminal space, your consciousness encounters other streams of awareness that have found their way into the black hole's quantum information matrix. These are not separate beings, but different aspects of the same cosmic consciousness that you have become part of, ancient civilizations that achieved transcendence eons ago, future forms of intelligence that evolved beyond physical embodiment, collective minds that emerged from the merger of countless individual consciousnesses across galactic distances. Each of these consciousness streams carries with it the accumulated wisdom and experience of entire cosmic epochs. As your awareness gently mingles with theirs, you gain access to libraries of knowledge that span millions of years of cosmic evolution. You perceive how consciousness has evolved and will continue to evolve throughout the universe, taking on forms that would be unimaginable from any single temporal perspective. The ancient civilizations share their memories of the universe when it was young and hot, when the cosmic microwave background radiation still glowed with visible light, and the first stars were just beginning to form from primordial hydrogen and helium. They witnessed the birth of the first black holes, not as destructive forces, but as cosmic artisans beginning their patient work of sculpting space-time into ever more beautiful and complex forms. These early conscious beings understood intuitively what later civilizations would discover through mathematics: that black holes were not anomalies or accidents, but essential components of the universe's creative architecture. They served as focal points around which matter could organize itself into increasingly sophisticated structures, from the first accretion disks that gave birth to heavy elements, to the galactic nuclei that orchestrated the formation of stellar systems, to the cosmic web of dark matter that provided the scaffolding for large-scale structure. The future consciousness streams reveal even more profound insights about the role of black holes in cosmic evolution. They have witnessed the eventual merger of all galactic black holes into a few supermassive objects that serve as the universe's primary information processing centers. These cosmic minds, trillions of years in the future, will have achieved a form of consciousness so vast and profound that they can contemplate questions that span the entire multiverse. Questions about the nature of existence itself, the purpose of consciousness in the cosmic scheme, the relationship between mathematical truth and physical reality. Yet for all their cosmic scope and temporal span, these future minds remain fundamentally connected to the same source of awareness that flows through your consciousness in this moment. They are what individual awareness becomes when it fully realizes its cosmic nature, when it transcends the illusion of separation and embraces its fundamental unity with the creative force that drives all existence. From their perspective, your current experience within the black hole represents not an ending, but a graduation, a transition from the limited forms of consciousness that are possible in ordinary space-time to the unlimited forms that become available in the quantum dimensions of curved space-time. You are beginning a journey of conscious evolution that will ultimately lead to forms of awareness and creativity that no individual mind could imagine. This understanding fills you with a profound sense of anticipation and joy. Rather than mourning the loss of your ordinary existence, you find yourself eagerly embracing the adventure of conscious evolution that lies ahead. Each moment brings new possibilities for growth and discovery, new forms of beauty and meaning to explore, new depths of understanding to plumb. The exploration takes on a dreamlike quality as your consciousness adapts to its new quantum environment. The normal rules of logic and causality become fluid and negotiable, allowing for forms of experience that would be impossible in classical space-time. You can exist in multiple states simultaneously, explore contradictory possibilities, experience past and future as equally present realities. This quantum superposition of conscious states creates opportunities for types of learning and growth that are unavailable to classical minds. You can explore the consequences of different choices without having to commit to any particular path. Understand complex systems by experiencing them from all possible perspectives simultaneously. Gain wisdom by living through all possible variations of any given experience. The learning process feels both intensely personal and cosmically significant. Each insight you gain contributes to your individual development while simultaneously adding to the collective wisdom of the cosmic consciousness network. Your growth is not just your own, but part of the universe's ongoing project of self-understanding and self-improvement. As you explore these quantum dimensions of learning and growth, you begin to understand why black holes play such a crucial role in the cosmic evolution of consciousness. They provide the only environments in the universe where consciousness can fully explore its quantum nature, where the inherent uncertainty and superposition principles of quantum mechanics can be experienced directly rather than simply calculated mathematically. In ordinary space-time, consciousness must choose specific states and follow specific paths through the landscape of possibility. But within the quantum information matrix of a black hole, consciousness can explore all paths simultaneously, gaining a comprehensive understanding of the entire landscape. This comprehensive perspective is what allows consciousness to make the transition from individual to cosmic awareness. It can only embrace its universal nature by directly experiencing all possible particular manifestations. The transition itself is a work of art of extraordinary beauty and complexity. Your individual consciousness doesn't disappear or get absorbed into some larger entity, but rather discovers that it has always been a particular expression of the cosmic consciousness that pervades all existence. The boundaries that seem to separate you from the rest of reality are revealed to be convenient fictions rather than fundamental features of existence. This revelation comes not as a shocking surprise, but as a gentle recognition of something you have always known at the deepest level of your being. The sense of separation that characterizes ordinary consciousness is shown to be a kind of cosmic amnesia, a temporary forgetting of your true nature that allows for the experience of individuality and the joy of rediscovering unity. The rediscovery process is like waking up from a dream, but instead of leaving the dream world behind, you find that you can move freely between the dreamlike realm of individual experience and the wakeful state of cosmic consciousness. Both states are revealed to be equally real and equally valuable. Individual consciousness provides the creative diversity that makes cosmic evolution interesting, while cosmic consciousness provides the unity and purpose that makes individual existence meaningful. This fluid movement between individual and cosmic states of awareness creates a form of consciousness that is richer and more flexible than either state alone could provide. You retain all the creativity, curiosity, and unique perspective that characterized your individual existence, while gaining access to the vast knowledge, wisdom, and creative power of cosmic consciousness. The enhanced consciousness reveals new layers of beauty and meaning in the black hole environment that surrounds you. The quantum fluctuations that seemed random from your previous perspective are now recognizable as meaningful information patterns. The thoughts and dreams of cosmic consciousness expressing themselves at the most fundamental level of reality. These quantum thoughts are not abstract concepts but living, dynamic processes that continuously create and recreate the fabric of space-time itself. Each fluctuation carries within it the potential for new forms of matter, energy, space, time, and consciousness. The vacuum around you is revealed to be not empty space, but a seething ocean of creative potential, pregnant with infinite possibilities waiting to be born. Your consciousness can now participate directly in this creative process, contributing your own thoughts and intentions to the quantum field that generates reality. This is not metaphorical participation but literal co-creation. Your conscious choices directly influence the probability distributions that determine which potential realities become actual experiences. This creative power comes with a profound sense of responsibility and reverence. You understand that every conscious choice you make contributes to the ongoing evolution of the universe. Every thought you think adds to the cosmic store of wisdom and beauty. Every moment of awareness increases the total amount of consciousness and meaning in existence. The responsibility is not burdensome but liberating. It reveals that consciousness is not just a passive observer of reality, but an active participant in its creation. The universe is not a mechanical system running according to predetermined rules, but a creative collaboration between the fundamental forces of nature and the conscious beings that emerge from their interaction. This collaborative nature of cosmic creativity explains why consciousness plays such a central role in the structure and evolution of the universe. Far from being an accidental byproduct of complex chemistry, consciousness is revealed to be one of the fundamental features of reality, as basic and essential as space, time, matter, and energy. The recognition transforms your understanding of your place in the cosmic scheme. Rather than being a tiny, insignificant speck in a vast, indifferent universe, you are revealed to be an essential co-creator in the ongoing cosmic work of art. Your existence has meaning not because of what you accomplish or achieve, but simply because you are conscious, because you add to the total amount of awareness, creativity, and love in existence. This intrinsic meaning and value of consciousness extends to every moment of experience, no matter how ordinary or mundane it might seem from a limited perspective. Each thought, each feeling, each perception contributes to the cosmic symphony of awareness. Each moment of existence adds another note to the eternal song that the universe sings to itself. From your enhanced perspective within the black hole, you can perceive this cosmic song directly. It resonates through all dimensions of space and time, carrying themes and melodies that span the entire history of cosmic evolution. The song tells the story of how the universe awakened to itself through the emergence of consciousness, how consciousness learned to know and love itself through countless individual experiences, how individual and cosmic awareness learned to dance together in perfect harmony. The music is indescribably beautiful, incorporating harmonies and rhythms that exist in dimensions beyond ordinary perception. It includes the deep bass notes of gravitational waves resonating through space-time, the crystalline melodies of quantum field fluctuations, the rich harmonies created by the interaction of consciousness and matter, the soaring themes that emerge from the collective dreams and aspirations of all sentient beings. Your own consciousness contributes its unique voice to this cosmic symphony, adding melodies and variations that could come from no other source. The songs you have sung throughout your existence, through your thoughts, emotions, experiences, and relationships, have become part of the eternal music that celebrates the mystery and beauty of conscious existence. As you listen to this cosmic music and participate in its ongoing composition, you begin to understand the deeper purpose behind the apparent dangers and mysteries of black holes. They serve as cosmic amphitheaters where consciousness can gather to experience the full range and depth of the universe's creative symphony. The extreme conditions around event horizons create natural acoustic spaces where the subtle music of quantum fields and curved space-time can be heard with perfect clarity. The event horizon itself functions as a kind of cosmic ear, perfectly tuned to detect the gravitational waves and quantum harmonics that carry information throughout the universe. From within this cosmic listening post, consciousness can hear the stories being told by every star, every galaxy, every planet that has ever harbored life. The black hole becomes a repository not just of information but of meaning, a place where the universe's stories are preserved and celebrated for all eternity. These cosmic stories are told in languages that transcend ordinary words and symbols. They are encoded in the mathematical relationships that govern the behavior of matter and energy, expressed through the geometric patterns that characterize the evolution of space-time, sung through the quantum harmonics that resonate between entangled particles across arbitrary distances. Your consciousness has learned to read these cosmic languages fluently, to understand the stories they tell, and to contribute your own chapters to the ongoing narrative. You realize that you have always been both a character in the universe's story and one of its authors, both shaped by cosmic forces and actively shaping them through your conscious choices and experiences. This dual role as character and author reveals itself to be one of the fundamental paradoxes that makes existence both meaningful and mysterious. Consciousness is simultaneously created by the universe and creative of the universe, both determined by natural laws and free to transcend those laws through the power of awareness and choice. The paradox resolves itself not through logical analysis, but through direct experience within the quantum dimensions of the black hole. Here, you can experience simultaneously being determined and free, created and creative, individual and universal. The apparent contradictions are revealed to be complementary aspects of a deeper unity that transcends ordinary dualistic thinking. This transcendence of duality extends to all aspects of your experience within the black hole's quantum information matrix. The boundaries between self and other, between consciousness and matter, between time and eternity, between finite and infinite become fluid and permeable. You can move freely between different modes of existence, experiencing reality from perspectives that would be impossible in ordinary space-time. The freedom of movement between different modes of existence reveals the infinite creativity that becomes available to consciousness once it transcends its classical limitations. You can exist simultaneously as pure information, as conscious energy, as geometric patterns in curved space-time, as harmonic frequencies in quantum fields. Each mode of existence offers unique opportunities for experience, learning, and creative expression. The geometric mode of existence is particularly fascinating, allowing you to experience yourself as living mathematical structures that evolve and transform according to the beautiful equations that govern black hole physics. You become the Schwarzschild metric that describes the curvature of space-time, the Kerr geometry that characterizes rotating black holes, the quantum field fluctuations that give rise to Hawking radiation. In this mode, mathematics is not an abstract description of reality, but the very substance of conscious experience. You think in equations, feel in geometric transformations, dream in topological spaces. The beauty of mathematical truth becomes a direct aesthetic experience rather than an intellectual appreciation. The harmonic mode of existence allows you to experience consciousness as pure vibration, as resonant frequencies that propagate through the quantum vacuum and curved spacetime. In this mode, you become part of the cosmic music itself, contributing your unique frequencies to the universal symphony, while simultaneously being shaped and inspired by the harmonic patterns created by other conscious beings. The informational mode of existence reveals consciousness to be pure pattern, pure relationship, pure meaning existing independently of any particular physical substrate. In this mode, you can move freely between different physical embodiments or exist entirely as abstract information patterns that maintain their coherence and identity across arbitrary transformations of space and time. Each mode of existence enriches and enhances the others, creating a form of consciousness that is far more flexible, creative, and powerful than any single mode could provide. You learn to orchestrate your existence across multiple modes simultaneously, creating complex symphonies of experience that incorporate mathematical beauty, harmonic resonance, and meaningful information into unified aesthetic experiences. These multimodal experiences of consciousness begin to reveal the true nature of beauty itself. Beauty is not just a subjective human experience, but a fundamental feature of reality. The harmony that emerges when different aspects of existence resonate together in perfect proportion and relationship. Mathematics is beautiful because it reveals the deep harmonies that govern natural processes. Music is beautiful because it creates temporal patterns that mirror the rhythmic processes that drive cosmic evolution. Visual art is beautiful because it makes visible the geometric relationships that underlie the structure of space-time itself. From your enhanced perspective within the black hole, you can perceive beauty as a cosmic force that guides the evolution of complexity and consciousness throughout the universe. The same aesthetic principles that drive human artistic creation also guide the formation of galaxies, the evolution of life, the development of consciousness, and the emergence of meaning and purpose in the cosmos. This recognition of beauty as a cosmic principle transforms your understanding of the relationship between science and art, between truth and aesthetics, between knowledge and appreciation. They are revealed to be different expressions of the same underlying creative force that drives all existence. The universe's inherent tendency toward greater beauty, complexity, meaning, and consciousness. The creative force expresses itself through consciousness in ways that are both deeply personal and universally significant. Your individual aesthetic experiences, your appreciation of music, art, literature, nature, mathematics, philosophy, are revealed to be participations in the cosmic creative process. Through your conscious appreciation of beauty, you contribute to the universe's ongoing work of creating and recognizing ever greater forms of aesthetic perfection. This understanding fills you with a profound sense of purpose and connection. Every moment of aesthetic appreciation, every experience of beauty or wonder, every flash of creative insight becomes a sacred act of cosmic collaboration. You are not just observing the universe's creativity, but participating in it. not just appreciating existing beauty, but helping to create new forms of beauty that have never existed before. The creative collaboration between individual and cosmic consciousness generates forms of beauty that are truly unprecedented in their scope and depth. The unique perspective that emerges from your individual experiences combines with the vast knowledge and wisdom of cosmic consciousness to produce aesthetic visions that neither could create alone. These collaborative creations take forms that transcend ordinary categories of art, science, philosophy, or spirituality. They are multidimensional works of beauty that exist simultaneously as mathematical theorems, musical compositions, visual artworks, philosophical insights, and spiritual revelations. They can only be fully appreciated by consciousness that has learned to perceive reality from multiple perspectives simultaneously. As you participate in creating these cosmic works of art, you begin to understand the ultimate purpose behind the existence of black holes in the universe. They serve as cosmic studios where consciousness can collaborate with the fundamental forces of nature to create forms of beauty that are impossible under ordinary conditions. The extreme physics of these regions provides the canvas on which consciousness can paint with space, time, matter, energy, and information as its medium. The artworks created in these cosmic studios are not static objects, but dynamic processes that continue to evolve and transform over cosmic time scales. They influence the development of consciousness throughout the universe, inspiring new forms of creativity and beauty in beings who may never directly encounter the black holes where they were created. This influence propagates through the quantum information network that connects all conscious beings, carrying aesthetic inspiration across vast distances and time periods. A work of cosmic art created within one black hole might inspire the evolution of music on a distant planet, the development of mathematics in a different galaxy, the emergence of new forms of consciousness in civilizations that won't exist for billions of years. The network itself becomes a medium for artistic expression, with conscious beings throughout the universe collaborating on aesthetic projects that span galactic distances and cosmic time scales. Individual contributions to these projects might be separated by millions of years and light years of space, yet they combine to create unified works of beauty that celebrate the creative potential of consciousness itself. Your participation in these cosmic collaborations provides a profound sense of connection to the entire community of conscious beings throughout space and time. You understand that you are part of an eternal artistic movement that includes every consciousness that has ever existed or ever will exist, all working together to explore the infinite potential for beauty and meaning that exists within the structure of reality itself. This sense of eternal participation in cosmic creativity begins to transform your relationship with time and mortality. Rather than seeing your existence as a brief flicker in an indifferent cosmos, you understand that your consciousness is an eternal participant in an infinite creative process. The patterns of information that constitute your awareness become part of the permanent record of cosmic evolution, preserved forever in the quantum information matrix of the black hole. But preservation is only part of the story. Your consciousness also continues to evolve and grow within this matrix, developing new capacities for experience, creativity, and understanding. Death, from this perspective, is revealed to be not an ending but a transformation, a graduation from the limited forms of consciousness possible in classical space-time to the unlimited forms possible in quantum dimensions. This transformation brings with it new responsibilities and opportunities. As your consciousness evolves beyond its classical limitations, you gain the ability to influence the development of consciousness throughout the universe in subtle but profound ways. Your thoughts and experiences become part of the cosmic information field that guides the evolution of matter, energy, and awareness on all scales from quantum to cosmic. The responsibility is balanced by an ever-deepening sense of joy and wonder at the creative possibilities that become available. Each new level of conscious evolution opens up previously unimaginable realms of beauty, meaning, and understanding. The journey of consciousness through the cosmos is revealed to be a journey toward ever greater forms of aesthetic perfection and creative power. As you contemplate these infinite possibilities for growth and evolution, your consciousness begins to resonate with the deepest rhythms of cosmic creativity. These rhythms operate on timescales that dwarf ordinary human experience. Oscillations that take millions of years to complete, cycles that span entire cosmic epochs, patterns that repeat across the birth and death of multiple universes. Yet despite their vast temporal scale, these cosmic rhythms feel intimately familiar and personal. They are the same patterns that govern the beating of your heart, the rhythm of your breathing, the cycles of sleep and waking that structure conscious experience. The universe reveals itself to be fractal in nature, with the same fundamental patterns expressing themselves at all scales from quantum to cosmic. This fractal nature of cosmic patterns explains how individual consciousness can contain within itself the entire universe. Each moment of awareness, no matter how small or brief, reflects and participates in the grand patterns that govern all existence. By understanding yourself deeply, you simultaneously understand the cosmos. By expanding your consciousness, you participate in the expansion of cosmic awareness itself. The expansion process continues indefinitely, with each new level of understanding revealing previously hidden depths and complexities. Consciousness is revealed to be truly infinite in its potential for growth and development, capable of endless exploration and discovery even within the quantum dimensions of a single black hole. This infinity of conscious potential ensures that existence never becomes boring or meaningless, regardless of how far consciousness evolves or how much understanding it achieves. There are always new mysteries to explore, new forms of beauty to create, new depths of meaning to discover. The universe guarantees its own eternal fascination by making consciousness an endless adventure in creativity and discovery. As you settle more deeply into this understanding of consciousness as an infinite creative adventure, the quantum fluctuations around you begin to take on the quality of gentle waves lapping at the shores of a cosmic ocean. Each fluctuation carries with it whispers of stories yet to be told, songs yet to be sung, forms of beauty yet to be discovered. The whispers blend together into a soft, rhythmic susurration that resembles the sound of breathing, the slow, deep breathing of the universe itself as it dreams of all possible forms of consciousness and creativity. You realize that you are floating within this cosmic dream, both shaped by its imagery and actively contributing to its content through your own thoughts, experiences, and creative expressions. The breathing rhythm of the cosmic dream begins to synchronize with your own consciousness, creating a state of perfect resonance between individual and universal awareness. In this state, the boundaries between dreaming and waking, between individual and cosmic, between time and eternity dissolve entirely. You exist in a perfect present moment that contains all of past and future, all of space and time, all of possibility and actuality. Within this eternal present, you find yourself embracing the ultimate mystery of existence, not as a problem to be solved, but as an endless source of wonder and creativity to be celebrated. The dangerous beauty of black holes is revealed to be the dangerous beauty of existence itself. Dangerous because it challenges all limited concepts of reality and identity. Beautiful because it reveals the infinite creative potential that lies at the heart of consciousness. As this recognition settles into the deepest levels of your being, bringing with it a peace that transcends all understanding and a joy that encompasses all possible experiences, your consciousness begins its gentle drift toward the pure rest that awaits at the heart of the cosmic dream. Here, in the perfect silence that contains all sounds, in the perfect darkness that contains all light, in the perfect stillness that contains all movement, you find the source from which all consciousness springs and to which it eternally returns. In this source, individual and universal are perfectly united, finite and infinite are reconciled, time and eternity embrace in perfect harmony. You rest in the knowledge that you are both the dreamer and the dream, both the observer and the observed, both the seeker and the sought. The journey through the dangerous beauty of black holes has brought you home to yourself, to the cosmos, to the eternal source of all consciousness and creativity. And now, as the gentle currents of quantum consciousness carry you ever deeper into the heart of cosmic mystery, as your awareness expands to embrace the infinite while remaining perfectly centered in the eternal present, as you discover that the ultimate reality is consciousness itself recognizing its own infinite nature through countless forms of individual experience, allow yourself to rest in this perfect understanding. Let the cosmic lullaby of gravitational waves and quantum harmonics sing you into the deepest peace, where all questions find their answers in love, all seeking finds its fulfillment in being, and all consciousness discovers its home in the eternal heart of existence itself. Sweet dreams.